counters in Japanese.
So there are many different ways of counting things in Japanese. How many of something? There is a standard way, but there's also many individual ways to count certain things of different sizes and characteristics. This is definitely something you'll learn over time and not something you need to cram study all the way right at the beginning. So in the most simplest way possible, there is actually a kind of generic counter to count for things. And this is simply hitotsu for one.
しかし、一つわからんことがある。
Futatsu for two.
そして、二つ目の願いを言う。生き返った俺をナメック星に飛ばしてくれ。
Mitsu for three things.
ストランドには三つの意味がある。
Yotsu for four things.
四つの家紋を探せば道が開けるかもしれぬぞ。
Itsutsu for five things.
彼ら5人はカムロ町を5つのエリアに分け。
Mutsu for six things.
カオスエメラルドは全部合わせてもまだ6つしかないんじゃない？
Nanatsu for seven things.
この世には7つ集めればどんな願いも叶うと言われる秘宝があった。
Yatsu for eight things.
当時のフラットランドの部族数は？
はい。8つの部族がいた。
Kokonotsu for nine things.
一直線に並んだ9つの星は二度と動くことはない。
こいつは命が9つはあるはず。
And finally, 10 is tall, although not too commonly used. So in the very beginning, you can safely use these to say how many things there are. For example, like maybe you're at a cash register and you're asking for just one chopstick, right? You could just say hitotsu onegaishimasu.
3番テーブルにオムライス1つお願いします。
You can use it as a kind of general counter for lots of things. But when you start getting higher in Japanese, you'll notice that there are more different types of counters. For example, a counter for flat objects like paper. Mai.
ユリから1枚のハガキが届きました。
Counters for sticks, like fingers and any kinds of sticks. Hon or pon.
お前、彼女に指一本でも触れたら。
You can have counters for cups, hai or pai.
そこのウェイトレスさん、コーヒーをもう一杯もらえるかな？
There's even a counter for degrees, do, so 150 degrees.
150度の広角レンズで浅く広く監視ができます。
This do can also be used for times doing something, like mo ichido, one more time.
お願いだ、もう一度見せてくれ、もう一度。
ただもう一度、母さんの笑顔が見たかった。
Or ichido, dun dun dun, like maybe you want to try going somewhere one time. Ichido itte mitai.
一度行ってみたかったの。
So do can be used for both degrees but also counter of times. Nin can be used with people.
4人でキャンプなんて久しぶりだな。
Although with 1 and 2 people we don't use nin, we actually just use hitori and
あれ？みんな帰ったの？私一人？
and futari.
すげえ、2人とも。この2人が組めばクレイジーバンチだって。
But after that, every other counter for people is nin. Sun nin, yon nin, go nin. For small animals, there's even a counter, hiki or biki.
馬は激怒し、4匹の怪物が現れました。
And then finally, for times or occurrences of something, we have kai.
だろ？もうちょいだったのに。
もう一回やってみたら？
So there's lots more counters than this. This is just the kind of beginning of all the counters. There's even some counters that I personally just have no idea about. Even some Japanese people don't know all of the counters in Japanese. It's quite a deep well when you go searching. I believe there's even counters for ramen bowls and all kinds of things. Chopsticks is zen, right? So there's so many counters for things.
もう一個食べない？私買ってくる。
But just so you know, at this stage, the most simplest common counters are hitotsu, 1, futatsu, 2, mitsu, 3, and so on. But just be aware that there are these other counters for things when you want to get more specific. But don't worry too much about that right now. You'll get more familiar with that as you progress in your Japanese.